Did you know that in Ecuador, garbage trucks play cheerful music as they collect trash? It's just one of the unexpected charms that await you in this vibrant South American nation. Imagine waking up to the sound of a musical garbage truck outside your window. This is daily life in Ecuador, where even the most mundane tasks are infused with a sense of joy and culture. But that's just the beginning of the surprises that await you in this country at the center of the earth. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. As you drift out of sleep, a cheerful melody floats through your window. Is that music? But it's not coming from a neighbor's stereo or a passing car. No, this tune is accompanying the rumble of a large truck. Welcome to your first morning in Ecuador, where even garbage collection gets a musical twist. In Ecuador, trash trucks don't just beep as they back up. They play lively tunes to announce their arrival, turning a mundane chore into a daily community event. It's a far cry from the abrupt clangs and beeps you might be used to in the United States. There, garbage day often means being jolted awake by the crash of bins and the groan of hydraulics. But here in Ecuador, it's more like waking up to an ice cream truck. If that truck was there to take away your trash instead of selling frozen treats. This musical approach to garbage collection is more than just a quirky local custom. It reflects the broader role of music in Ecuadorian culture. Here, music isn't reserved for special occasions or dedicated venues. It's woven into the fabric of everyday life, from street performances to impromptu gatherings in parks. The garbage truck tunes are just one example of how Ecuadorians infuse joy and rhythm into even the most routine tasks. This integration of music into daily life speaks volumes about Ecuadorian values. It suggests a culture that prioritizes community engagement and finds beauty in the ordinary, rather than treating garbage collection as a necessary nuisance. Ecuadorians have transformed it into a moment of shared experience and even delight. As you adjust to life in Ecuador, you'll discover that the musical garbage trucks are just the beginning. This small detail sets the tone for a country full of unexpected charms and cultural surprises. It impacts the overall mood of the community, creating a sense of lightness and connection even in the early morning hours. So next time you hear that cheerful tune outside your window, take a moment to appreciate it. It's not just a signal to put out your trash. It's an invitation to start your day with a smile and a dance step. And as we'll see, that's a perfect introduction to the rhythm of life in Ecuadorian cities. Speaking of which, are you ready to explore more of Quito? Because this musical morning commute is just the first of many surprises waiting for you in Ecuador's capital. And Quito holds a surprising record that affects every visitor who sets foot in the city. It's not about its history or culture, but something far more physical. How does being the world's second highest capital city shape the daily lives of both locals and tourists? Welcome to Quito, Ecuador's capital city, perched at a staggering 250 meters, 9,350 feet above sea level. As you step off the plane, you might feel a rush of excitement about exploring this historic Andean city. But there's something else you'll notice right away. The air feels different here. At first, you might attribute your racing heart and quicker breathing to the thrill of being in a new place. However, these sensations are actually your body's response to the high altitude. Quito's elevation is no joke. It's higher than many popular ski resorts. This high altitude can catch unprepared visitors off guard. Common symptoms of altitude sickness include drowsiness, shortness of breath, headaches, nausea, and confusion. These effects occur because there's less oxygen in the air at high elevations, which can be particularly challenging for your body to adjust to. But don't worry, with a little preparation, you can still enjoy all that Quito has to offer. Experts recommend taking it easy during your first few days in the city. This means planning a relaxed itinerary and avoiding strenuous activities until your body acclimatizes. To help your body adjust, it's crucial to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water even if you don't feel thirsty. It's also a good idea to move slowly and avoid alcohol and heavy meals during your initial days in Quito. These simple steps can significantly help mitigate the effects of altitude on your body. Many expats report experiencing mild altitude sickness upon arrival, but they also note that these symptoms often resolve within a few days as their bodies adjust to the thinner air. Remember, everyone's experience is different, so be patient with yourself as you adapt. Once you've acclimated, you'll find that life at high altitude has its perks. The views from Quito are breathtaking, quite literally, and there's something invigorating about living in a city that's closer to the stars. You've seen party buses before, but nothing quite like this. Picture a rainbow on wheels, pulsing with salsa rhythms and filled with laughter. In Ecuador, these aren't just party buses. They're chivas, and they're redefining what it means to paint the town red. But what makes these rolling discos so special, and why have they become a cultural phenomenon? As night falls in Quito, the streets come alive with the sight and sound of chivas. These transformed buses, adorned with vibrant rainbow decorations and neon lights, cruise through the city like mobile celebrations. The stark contrast to typical American public transportation is immediately apparent. While buses in the US are often quiet, utilitarian affairs, chivas are a feast for the senses. Step inside a chiva and you're immediately transported to a world of music and dance. The air vibrates with the energy of salsa beats pumping through powerful sound systems. Passengers, a mix of locals and tourists, move to the rhythm, their laughter and chatter adding to the festive atmosphere. It's not uncommon to see people sipping on canelazo, a traditional Ecuadorian drink, as they sway to the music. But chivas are more than just a unique way to get around town. They reflect the heart of Ecuadorian social culture, emphasizing community, celebration, and the joy of shared experiences. In a country where music is woven into the fabric of daily life, chivas represent the ultimate expression of this musical spirit. The popularity of these party buses has skyrocketed in recent years, becoming an integral part of nightlife in cities like Quito. They offer a way for people to come together, explore the city, and create memorable experiences. For many expats and visitors, a ride on a chiva is a must-try adventure that captures the essence of Ecuadorian nightlife. However, it's worth noting that the chiva phenomenon isn't without its challenges. Some residents have raised concerns about noise pollution and safety issues related to the lively parties on wheels. These concerns highlight the delicate balance between preserving local traditions and managing urban development. As the night wears on and the chivas continue their colorful journey through the city, it's clear that they offer more than just transportation. They provide a unique mobile party experience that embodies the vibrant spirit of Ecuador. Whether you're a local or a visitor, a ride on a chiva promises an unforgettable night out. Think about your current monthly budget. Now, cut it down to a fraction of what it is. Sounds impossible, right? Welcome to Ecuador, where $500 can stretch further than you ever imagined. But what does this budget-friendly lifestyle really look like, and is it too good to be true? Let's start by considering a typical American monthly budget. In a city like New York, you might easily spend $3,000 or more just to cover basic living expenses. Now, imagine slashing that amount by 80% or more. In Ecuador, this seemingly impossible scenario becomes a reality for many expats. The cost differences are striking across all aspects of daily life. Take housing, for example. While you might pay over $2,000 for a modest apartment in a major US city in Ecuador, you can find comfortable accommodations for a fraction of that price. Utilities are equally affordable, with electricity, water, and internet often totaling between $50 to $80 per month. Food costs in Ecuador are remarkably low. Dining out at a casual restaurant might set you back just $3 to $5 for a full meal, including a main dish, drink, and sometimes even dessert. Grocery shopping is equally economical. Fresh chicken costs about $2 to $3 per kilogram. Vegetables go for $0.50 to $1 per kilogram, and a dozen eggs will run you around $2. Transportation in Ecuador is another area where savings abound. City bus fares average about $0.25 per ride, and short taxi trips typically range from $2 to $5. If you're planning longer journeys, intercity bus travel starts at just $1 per hour. Healthcare, often a significant concern for retirees and expats, is surprisingly affordable in Ecuador. Private doctor visits cost between $25 to $50, and medications are significantly cheaper than in many developed countries. Even private health insurance is reasonable, ranging from $50 to $150 per month. But how can you maximize these savings and truly live large on a small budget in Ecuador? The key lies in embracing local living. Shop at farmers markets instead of large supermarkets to find the freshest produce at the best prices. Engage with vendors who can offer cooking tips and insights into local cuisine. Take advantage of the many free or low-cost entertainment options, such as visiting national parks or local museums. By adopting these strategies, many expats find they can live comfortably on just $500 to $700 $700 per month in Ecuador. This dramatic reduction in living expenses often allows for a higher quality of life, with more funds available for travel, hobbies, or simply enjoying the vibrant local culture. As we wrap up our journey through Ecuador, it's clear that life here is full of surprises. From musical garbage trucks to high-altitude adventures in Quito, this country challenges your expectations at every turn. The vibrant chivas rolling through city streets and the incredibly low cost of living paint a picture of a place where joy and affordability go hand in hand. Living in Ecuador isn't just about saving money or enjoying a different climate, it's about embracing a new way of life, one that values community, celebrates the everyday, and finds beauty in the unexpected. For many expats, this cultural shift leads to personal growth and a renewed sense of adventure. As you consider the possibilities of life in Ecuador, ask yourself, what could redefining your expectations about retirement or expat life unlock for you? How might stepping out of your comfort zone and into a new culture change your perspective on what truly matters?